Sunita, how are you?
Hi, Ronak. I'm doing well. How are you?
Good to know that. I'm well as well. Please tell me something about yourself.
Sure. So, my name you already know, and I come from Uttarakhand. It's a beautiful place, and I'm mother to two kids. Along with that, I run two YouTube channels. The first one is Sunita's English Adventure, where I create English vlogs, conversational videos, and some informative content as well. Then the other one is Dear Listeners, where I create audio listening podcast for having listening practice for people or for my audience. So, yes, that's pretty much about me. And I teach spoken English to beginners and intermediates.
That's wonderful. You have two YouTube channels, and the best part, you come from Uttarakhand. That's my favorite state, I would say. I
Hmm.
really love Uttarakhand, and you're so lucky that you are from that state.
Yes.
So you teach spoken English to people as well. What motivated you? How did your journey start, and what motivated
Hmm.
you to have these two YouTube channels as well? Please tell me.
Hmm. Okay, so I was already fascinated with all these YouTube channels. Like, I always wanted to be there on YouTube and always struggling to find my niche. But then one sudden day, I found my niche. I tried it, and slowly and gradually, I started enjoying having conversations in English. And in the process, I was trying to improve my English as well. And then I thought of teaching too, because I always believe in sharing knowledge. Whenever you are learning something, at the same time, you can share it with others so that you could register that knowledge in your mind for the lifetime. So in that process, I started teaching too. So that's how I started.
That's wonderful. So,
Hmm.
on what platform do you teach spoken English? How do
Hmm. I teach online on Zoom.
you know that? I'm sure. Okay, so
Hmm.
you is it independent? Do you you're not connected to any platform, I see.
Right, right. I'm not connected to any platform. I started freelancing, you can say.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That's wonderful. So may I know the name of your YouTube channel? I would definitely want to visit that.
Sure, that would be so nice of you. The first one is Sunita's English Adventure.
Okay, that's great. So, what is your adventurous story when it comes
Hmm.
to English? Please tell me.
Yes, I feel that language learning is adventurous because there are ups and downs. There are, off days as well when your mood is off, right? I wouldn't say off days, but when your mood is off, you don't want to do anything, you feel like quitting, right? And then you gather yourself up and start doing it again. So that's why I named it Adventurous or Sunita's English Adventure specifically, because
Mm-hmm.
I found that adventurous only language learning,
Mm-hmm.
especially when it's a foreign language. It's not our Indian language, right? Indian languages are pretty easy and we embrace them a lot, but foreign languages are quite tricky, especially English. It's a little complicated, right?
Yes.
So, but yes, that's something amazing. I happen to learn that you need not to learn grammar.
Hmm.
When you learn grammar, you feel it complex, but when you do it without getting into the intricacies of grammar, then you
Mm-hmm.
find it a bit easy. So, I
Mm-hmm.
started that way only, and I'm finding it a bit easy and trying to improve day by day.
Yeah, it's easier because when you are starting to speak a language, it's important that you speak it. Okay, so you can work on your grammar along that journey, but it's important that you start speaking, putting your point across. That's what matters the most. That you are communicating, you are able to express your thoughts in that language. That is
Hmm.
very important. And if you get into grammar, so you it will take you so many years to start speaking in English, I think.
Right, right. There are many concepts, and you would feel like banging your head on the wall when you
Yes.
start with that grammar book, right? And
Yeah,
it happens that it's not necessary that whatever you read in your grammar, you are using the English that way only. Spoken English
Mm,
is completely different, right?
yeah.
I feel so comfortable when I start with a sentence and I
Mm,
simply drop it in the middle and I start with another sentence if I
mm,
don't feel like. So
mhm,
that freedom language gives you. You need
mm.
not to stick to grammar rules. What do you
Absolutely.
say?
Yeah, yeah, I agree with that completely.
Hmm.
And I tell all my learners that it's not important. It's not that grammar is not important. It is
Hmm.
equally important because if you are communicating in a language, your grammar has to be flawless as well. but that's not something you can master in the beginning, in like the first
Mm-hmm.
3 4 months that you are starting to speak that language. So first you
Mm-hmm.
have to start speaking, start shadowing other people, listen how people are talking, imitate them, just do whatever it takes. You have to speak, you have to
Right.
listen to the language and speak, get
Mm-hmm.
into that habit, get into that drill of actually being in that environment where people talk in English. So that's
Right.
the most important step.
I would completely agree. And it depends on your goal to learn this language as well. Like Modi ji, he speaks advanced Hindi because that position requires that, right? You need to speak flawlessly. But he can't speak casual Hindi
Hmm.
when he is addressing mob or, sorry,
Hmm.
mass, when he's addressing mass. So he can't speak casual Hindi. In the same manner, if you are learning this language for professional purpose, then you need to learn advanced English. You need to imbibe some good vocabulary or jargons related to your field. And if you want to learn English for everyday life, then you're good to go with basic English as well, right?
That's true. Definitely. Yes,
Hmm.
right. So can I know more about where you come from in Uttarakhand?
I'm from Chamoli. It's a district, and I live in a village here. And before
Hmm.
this, I was living in Dehradun. You heard of Dehradun?
Yes, of course. Yes.
So I was there, and then I completely shifted to my village.
Okay, okay, that's wonderful. And
Hmm.
um, so what would be the best thing about your village, about your city,
Hmm.
anything that you think completely differentiates from
Hmm.
every other place in the world?
Right. I would say it's all about mindset. When I used to come here, like earlier, when I used to come to my home during holidays, I didn't find anything special about this
Mm.
place because we were here for just a week or so, and then we used to go back to our places, right? But when I came here with a different mindset of permanently shifting here, so I started enjoying everything about the place because you made yourself, comfortable with the village life, and you have prepared your mindset that everything is good. You need not to go out. You're giving yourself all those affirmations that everything is good, and you started enjoying things. Otherwise, you
Mm.
can find the cons in each and everything. It's all about
True.
your mindset. You can crib each and everything, be it city life or village life.
Mm.
So what
Absolutely.
I enjoy the most about village life is the community,
Mm.
because when I was living in city that time, like the neighbors were not bothered about what is happening the other way, the in your neighbor's house, right? They were not bothered at all. But in
Mm.
village, you get a lovely community. Like even for tiny matters, they would involve, like they would be always ready to help you, right?
Yeah.
And everyone in the village, they would greet you every time they see you. And there is a different feeling. I mean, it's like family. It's not
Mm.
just your small family, but the whole village or the nearby village or people who know you, they all
Mm.
are like family.
It
They just
becomes
want to
like
know more
extended
about you.
family. Yeah. That's beautiful. Yes, it is.
Hmm.
And why I'm so interested in Uttarakhand, because I am from UP. So
Okay.
for most of our vacations, we used to go to
Hmm.
Uttarakhand, and I just loved the place, and I don't know why. I have a specific inclination towards Uttarakhand when it comes to comparing Himachal and Uttarakhand. I don't know why.
Hmm.
Why I like Uttarakhand more, but
Uh-huh.
I'm not inclined towards Himachal. No offense to Himachali people,
Hmm.
but just that it's just there's a specific kind of peace. There's this I don't know what vibe I get there when I go to
Hmm.
Uttarakhand. I when I was young and I did not have much knowledge about that. I cannot actually buy a land and shift in Uttarakhand because of some legal issues. Uh,
Right.
I think it's not possible for us to shift there completely, right?
Hmm.
So I always wanted to live in mountains. I just wanted to
Hmm.
go and settle in Uttarakhand. I don't know.
Hmm.
I would have done anything for that, but now
uh,
it's not possible.
well, there was one option. You could have married a Pahadi or someone from Uttarakhand,
that
then you
was
must
that
have
was
shifted.
in my list. That was definitely in my list, but
Uh-huh.
that didn't happen as well. Uh,
Right.
so maybe sometime some opportunity comes when I would
Mm-hmm.
definitely want to shift permanently there
Mm-hmm.
and be in that surrounding always. So
Right. It's so soothing. So like there is a kind of contentness, the
that's
slow life, and
yeah.
you are not rushing for things. Otherwise, when I was living in city, that time my mind was always racing, and
Mm.
even I was also racing when I was working in corporates. So
Yeah.
that life was completely miserable, I must say. But I like this life. But some
It's
people might perceive it as um like they might perceive this thing that Sunita is behind us,
mm. Mm-hmm.
and we have leveled up, or we are higher on that ladder of success when
Mm-hmm.
compared to Sunita. But I
Mm-hmm.
feel that in the first place I don't compare, but I would say that even if I compare, then I would consider myself the luckiest among them all.
That's true. That's true. It's your life, it's your priorities. They might have other
Mm-hmm.
priorities, and that's
Right,
completely
right.
fine. They want to climb the corporate ladder.
Mm-hmm.
So shall they. They should do whatever they want, right? And you
Right.
want to live your life peacefully. So that's your call. And I think
Mm-hmm.
and if I were in your place and if I had that opportunity, I would grab that too. So
Mm-hmm.
lovely talking with you, Sunita. I'm afraid our time is up.
Mm-hmm.
So I would definitely want to see you again in our next session and have further conversation. It was lovely talking with you. I was
Likewise.
knowing your views on life. So
Mm-hmm.
thank you so much for joining this session today.
Thanks to you too. It was a lovely session.
Thank you. See you. Bye.
Okay. Okay. Bye. Take care.